All right, so let's get this going. Let me start back over. Had to hit the mic. Forgot for a second, but yes, once again, it is Friday. This is the Gentleman of Crypto, and I am Bitcoin Zay. Glad to be in here today. Definitely a beautiful day, beautiful Friday in California. Let's see what's going on, Banger Committee. I just had to hit it up. Hey Tessa, how you doing? Jizzy Mac. A few more people on Facebook joining in. What's going on, Sister Lock Mode? Thank you for listening yesterday's episode. Hope you keep listening, definitely. As you can see, it is the gentleman once again today. Like I said, King is out today. Hey, what's going on, Lamar? What's going on, brother? So let's go ahead and get into it. Our free Satoshis winner from yesterday. Thank you for your comment, Fred Kamen. He is actually our winner for yesterday for his comment based on our question, or the question which was the Coinbase wallet, which is Toshi, and they rebranded it to Coinbase's wallet. Would you use it? Would you not? You know, some people have, some things with Coinbase. Personally, I, don't really like them as much, but people will use them. Thank you, Fred Kamen, for basically saying what I think would be a good way to go about it. Crypto would be used for, regular bill payments, water bill things or whatever, but he wouldn't store all his crypto on Coinbase wallet, which is absolutely what we always teach here at the Gentleman of Crypto. Diversify where you put your coins, your crypto, because you don't want it all in one spot. We did just talk about a guy losing 24 million in crypto because he kept it all on his phone. So definitely diversify. So thank you, Fred Kamen, for your comment, and we'll be sending those free Satoshis. And thank you all on Facebook. Ped Nico White, thank you for joining. All right, so let's get into some news. Like I said, it's a beautiful day in California, and we have two big stories, California-based, that deal with crypto. And first, in California, they are open to allowing crypto political donations. So shout out to California for recognizing that this is an acceptable payment. People have already been using it. Ron Paul Jr. and Sr. are or Ron Paul and Rand Paul, sorry, are the two biggest names that have used it. But it states here that the California Fair Political Practices Commission met on Thursday to discuss a number of election issues facing the Golden State, including whether candidates for public office can accept cryptocurrencies as part of campaign donations. Ultimately, the commissioners didn't make a decision. However, back in 2014, we've discussed how the Federal Election Commission actually ruled that it's a federal law that candidates can accept cryptocurrencies as a donation. So that is good to see there. I'm kind of interested why they're dragging their feet on this. California is kind of way ahead with technology, but Alice Gurman actually says here, I would be inclined to think that Bitcoin is a thing that is not U.S. money, but is more like a currency, like the euro. But I would like to hear more to develop my thinking on this. So they're taking time to think. They need more time to study, which is always fine. We never want you to rush into it for accepting political donations. However, I think that would open the floodgates for a lot of the politicians who accept donations in crypto, because that is another way to raise money, not just in crypto, but also 501c3s, or if you have any cause that you want to donate to. So definitely good to see there. They also stated Allison Hayward, who was the commissioner. She actually stated, I don't think we're there yet, but I would hate for something we do to forestall that later on. That's a big word. I don't know what that would be, but blockchain might be a very useful tool for us, and I'd hate to prevent that. So as you can see, as we've stated over and over, most people, they may or may not want to use Bitcoin. However, they always throw out the word blockchain because they know that is the future. That is what's coming. It's really the present. It's already happening. And I believe California should go forward. Hopefully, if you can donate in crypto, I'll definitely find some one or two politicians locally that are pretty good and maybe donate to them. So that would definitely be good to see. And let's see, Jizzy Mac, didn't a judge in Cali order someone to pay their bill in BTC? Getting a little bit ahead of the game, my brother, because next, California is also in the news because a Serbian and Italian national has been ordered to pay their bail in cryptocurrency while he faces charges that he hacked a computer network of a San Francisco game company. So this is interesting that, it's sort of flipping it on hackers, where hackers are hacking companies and asking for Bitcoin or asking for cryptocurrency for payment. And now San Francisco judge basically said, well, you wanted to hack them, so you can pay your bill in cryptocurrency. And it's also interesting, I didn't know, but it's not just, you know, something that he pulled out the blue that he has to pay with cryptocurrency. Anyone can pay bail with cryptocurrency. So for those of you who may have loved ones who may need bail, maybe in the prison system, things of that nature, crypto is becoming a way for you to pay your bail. So the quote here from the Assistant District Attorney, Abraham Simmons, actually says, "It really is quite broad. The judge could order just about anything. What the objective is to get the defendant to comply with an order to appear later." And one of the best parts about crypto is they consider it an asset, sort of like you can put up real estate, you can put up your house for bail, you can put up some sort of property for bail. Crypto is becoming that. So I definitely see this, you know, happening in the future. People who have crypto actually have, you know, people who are in the prison system who have used crypto, and, you know, currently, if you could use it for bail, that would definitely change the game for them. So if you have people who want to accept crypto for bail, I would say use it. Maybe not everything, but this goes on further to say that the guy Marcich, he faces a maximum sentence of 5 years and a fine of $250,000 if he's found guilty. And his bail is actually $750K. So if anybody has, you know, $750K worth of crypto and they want to use it for bail, you can go ahead and help out Marcich. But I wouldn't, because he is a hacker. You got to keep him out of the business, man. You can't mess up people's business with that. So good to see there. So California is big right now in the crypto world. Still waiting to see some concrete stuff with the political donations. But hey, paying bail for crypto is here. So moving forward, let's see if we got any questions in here. Thank you, Kathy Creed, for joining in on Facebook. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Appreciated the Aretha tribute yesterday. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Brian Hanley. She's a legend. I actually heard she's having a 4-day memorial service in Detroit. So if you're out there, I would attend if I was you. Queen of Soul, man. Like I said, she's one of the biggest of all time. So moving forward, the CME futures partner, they released Bcash futures. All right. So Bcash, well played. I will say, we've stated before, Bitmain, the CEO Jahan Wu, who helped start Bcash, they're having an IPO. Roger Ver, who is a big proponent of Bcash, who actually started it, he's having an ICO potentially. And now a press release actually stated that Bcash will be added to the list of futures that Crypto Facilities actually uses. So far, they already have 4: Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And one of the problems I have with it is they're basing the listing of it off of their market cap, which, if you've been in crypto long enough, you can inflate a market cap. I mean, IOTA's market cap was top 5, you know, a few months ago. So you can inflate a market cap with dollars that aren't really going to stick around. So I believe that their reasoning is off. However, I do believe from a business standpoint, this is where they're trying to head as far as for price. It's a lower price than Bitcoin. Bcash doesn't have much use. And in the crypto world, if you don't know, usually if everybody hates something, that's the coin that pumps the hardest. I mean, everybody hated Ripple and it pumped the hardest last year. A lot of people may not like Bcash, but I can tell you right now, that's usually when the biggest pumps happen, because people don't like it. So CEO Timo Schäffler actually stated, Bcash is a top 5 coin with a market capitalization of around 10 billion. That's like 9 billion of his Jahan Wu's money. And we expect our new contracts to spur the evolution of the crypto markets by bringing greater liquidity and transparency to the digital asset class. So a lot of word soup, which basically means they're going to list Bcash as a future. So I want to, talk about market cycles as well. Whenever the first Bitcoin futures launch happened, the speculative ratio went through the charts, off the charts, and it went from 6K to 20K. When the second futures market was open, then we saw that decline all the way from 20K down to where we are now. So in market cycles, when you introduce a futures contract, usually if you introduce at the bottom of a cycle, that bodes well for it going forward. And it does seem like the market may be turning around here in the next couple months. But if you introduce at the top of the market, you're usually going to have a large number of shorts for those futures products. So this move comes at a time when Bitcoin Cash is receiving mixed press attention over plans for Bitmain to actually put out an IPO. So like I've stated before, timing is everything. These people are very well versed in the market. And for the most part, if you have a business, you can understand why there would be a need for this. Honestly, the Bcash futures, they need it because from a market cap standpoint, you want to make it legitimate, so to say. So Yeah, like Brian Henley said, yep, Bcash would move harder than the other Bitcoins. It has so much further up to go. I keep trying to tell people, I mean, as a actual use case, nobody really uses it. Nobody has actually, mined a large amount outside of Bitmain. However, like I keep telling people, you have to go the opposite of how people think. If everybody hates it, it's probably going to pump the hardest. So definitely good to see there. Let's see. My Docky One, yo, what's going on, man? How you doing? Let's see. Yep. Appreciate you, D Truth, joining in there. So CME Futures, we'll see what they do. Actually, the company is Crypto Facilities, and they're partnered with CME Futures. So we'll see what happens there, and hopefully, Bcash can actually become sort of legitimate through the futures market. But we'll have to see. Moving forward, Binance. Like I said, CZ ain't nothing to mess with. CZ is definitely one of the most forward-moving entrepreneurs in the space. And it looks like Binance, they have a joint venture with Liechtenstein Crypto Assets Exchange, LCX. They have announced the launch of a Fiat-to-Crypto exchange, and we'll be seeing more of that in their press release released yesterday. This new trading platform will be located in Liechtenstein. It offers trading between Swiss francs and euros against major digital currency pairs. So it's not in USD, but it is in fiat currency. So you can have that exchange now. And we're starting to see that more. Bittrex has actually talked about or introduced USD to crypto exchange. A lot of the bigger exchanges have already, done it for Bitcoin. They're adding more for like Coinbase added Ethereum Classic yesterday. Of course, they added Ethereum and Litecoin to their platform. So it's good to see that Binance is expanding their reach. They have their decentralized exchange already going. It is still in beta version right now. Binance definitely has a lot of volume coming to it. Real or fake, you have to deal with it, but they definitely have a lot of volume. And Adrian Hasler, who is the Prime Minister of Liechtenstein, actually stated, "We are confident that Liechtenstein's existing and future legal framework and practice provide a robust foundation for the Binance LCX and other blockchain companies to provide exceptional services here in Liechtenstein." So I do want to comment on Liechtenstein because they are, pretty friendly and open stance towards cryptocurrencies. And they're right beside Switzerland, which if you don't know, Switzerland is known as this crypto valley because they are very open to crypto and blockchain companies. So if you have seen any of our news shows, you understand that if they're going to do it in one place, they're probably going to try and do it in another one. So we'll see how this works out. They're actually the Liechtenstein lending institution Bank Frick. They actually allow direct investment and cold storage for Bitcoin, Bcash, Litecoin, Ripple, and Ethereum, which are the top 5 coins by market cap. So good to see there from Binance and Liechtenstein. Shout out to you for pushing forward in the blockchain market. Definitely need more countries to get behind this technology. And let's see if we have any questions. Let's see. John Siebert, they can pump. It depends on the risk where you enter. Yeah. And you're right, John Siebert, with Bcash. Entry points are everything. And if you got in at the top of the market when it was around, I think 1,800 or 2,000, that may be, that's definitely not a good place. But right now, when it's hovering around 900, that's great. Brian Hanley, do you and King know how to open a crypto exchange? Yes, we know how, but there's a few things that you need in order to do it. For one, you need a few $1 million to start. You need about a year of testing and developing. You also need a team of developers that can constantly update to keep up with demand and scaling. Also, you need good marketing because even if you have I've seen some exchanges that are actually better than the more popular ones, just not as good with marketing. And also, too, you have to deal with the government regulations that come with it. And that's one of the things, stress-wise, I don't want to have to deal with. I don't think King definitely doesn't want to have to deal with. It's enough stress in the crypto market as it is. I had hair when I started Bitcoin. So as you can see, it's enough stress. And, I don't want to have to deal with the exchange part of it. However, there are ways to act as an exchange, maybe Bitcoin ATMs in different ways. So let's see. New Legacy, what exchanges do you like? Let's see. As far as Bitcoin exchanges, the only one I've recently used mostly is Gemini and Uphold. Those are two biggest ones. I love Uphold because if you have an Uphold account and I have an Uphold account, I can send you Bitcoin for free. There is no attached fee to it, only the network fee. And then as far as altcoins, right now, Qcoin, Binance, and not much, but Bittrex, just because there are a few coins in there that aren't listed on others. But those are the three right there that I use the most. Also, check out IDEX Market. A lot of small cap coins on there that are worth a lot in the future. Cryptopia, there's a good amount, but there's some that I stay away from. Polo, I haven't used it in years, probably, but definitely those are the exchanges you need to use. So moving forward, Mark Cuban-Backed Unikrn ICO sued by disgruntled investor. Oh, you don't say. Honestly, if you invested in the ICO and you sue because you didn't make enough money, you need to get out of the crypto market. Just go ahead and leave now. Come back when you have more patience. Come back when you have more education about the crypto market, because a lot of people invest in the ICOs trying to get rich quick. Oh, people are making 20 times, 10x their money. I can do the same thing. Honestly, the ICO market was super hot this time last year. A lot of people made a lot of money. And at the end of last year, however, some people were investing in the Unikrn ICO wanting a return on their money instantly. I mean, I don't understand how you can invest in something and want the return on your money in a year or two. You should be investing in stuff that you think long term, 5-10 years from now, I would still invest in this. So goes forward. Unikrn is an esports gambling startup that raised $31 million through an initial coin offering in 2017. So we're talking about a year or so. I mean, come on, man. There's ICOs that they won't pan out for another 2 or 3 years. The Seattle-based company, which launched in 2014 as the world's only fully licensed and regulated esports betting platform, has been sued by Las Vegas resident John Hastings. So John Hastings, he basically is kind of mad because he didn't make any money off of it. But it actually states that investors in the Unikrn Gold ICO, including the lead plaintiff in the class, made their investment with a reasonable expectation of profits. He argued in the suit. Defendants have crafted a flimsy facade that UKG tokens are not securities by claiming they are utility tokens. So 2 things there. First things first, if you make an investment with a reasonable expectation of profits, there has to be a timeline for when you expect these profits. And if you come out and say that you expect profits, then that means that ICO can be listed as a security, which means that you as an investor into that security, if you are a Las Vegas resident, you have done something illegal. So that means that if you've done something illegal, you're not going to get your money anyway. So honestly, this is, I feel like this is going to fall apart for my man here. But we'll see what happens, because in the ICO market, UKG, it used to be $2.47. Now it's trading at around 5 cents. Everything is gotten killed in this crypto market. I think most alts are now 95%. Bitcoin's now 70% from its all-time high. So if you were looking for a reasonable return and you invest in this ICO, you should have sold in January. That's when you should have, when it was at the top of the market. Just because you held it, and right now we're in the middle of a bear market, people are getting getting mad because of reasonable expectation of profit when nobody actually told you will make money. Every investment is a risk. So definitely Mark Cuban. Let's see, Brian Hanley. Mark Cuban gets too much credit. He's not that ill. Yeah, I mean, Mark Cuban, to me, he's always been sort of humble in the way he stated. He was lucky. He got into the markets at perfect time. Got good investors during the .com bubble. However, long term, there are people who are in the crypto market now who they'll be super rich like Mark Cuban in a few years. And then people say the same thing about them. Oh, you got lucky. You just figured out, you got lucky and found out about crypto, whatever. So, some people have that sentiment, but to be a billionaire, and to run a lot of the businesses he has now, he may get too much credit, but he has just enough to be rich. So I'm sure that's good enough for him. Let's see. So moving forward, our last piece of news for the day, century-old, actually 110-year-old UPS believes that blockchain technology could help streamline package delivery logistics across a global supply chain. Shout out to UPS. Give them a good hand clap because we have said this over and over. The best use case of blockchain is Bitcoin. All right. That's the best use case right now. But the second best use case is most likely anybody who has logistics that deal with a supply chain where you have to track goods from one location to another and from that location to another one, and actually believing that the actual products will get where they're supposed to go. Because with blockchain technology, it's secure for one. You can't roll back the actual, blockchain itself. For two, it is the ability is so much quicker than what they do now, where you have humans who have to scan barcodes, type it in manually. Even if they have robots who do it, the technology they use is not as robust as blockchain. So they've actually filed a patent with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. UPS, they actually stated that they want to utilize blockchain technology to route packages through an international supply chain with multiple carriers. It was filed February 16th. However, it looks like they're aiming to tackle this problem with an autonomous system that uses an immutable blockchain ledger to automatically route packages through multiple logistics services. So basically what that means is they're using blockchain technology. They want it to be faster. They want it to be cheaper. On the flip side, I will say this technology will put a few people out of work. I've stated this before. The robots are coming. I mean, I've been to McDonald's out in, I believe, Tennessee when I was driving across country. They had more robots they had more machines than they had employees. I've heard about banks where people, if you go into a bank today, they're almost mad at you for coming to talk to a human. They was like, "Are you serious?" I mean, you can go outside and deposit it through the ATM. You can go over, and deposit it online. You could do it somewhere else. And what they don't realize, I mean, if you go in a grocery store, they have a bunch of checkout lines, self-checkout now. I mean, a whole section where it used to be just one. And what people don't realize is that's what's going to take your job. You should be happy to see my face. And with UPS, I believe with these blockchain technology, we'll make it faster, we'll make it quicker, but people are going to lose their jobs unless they can maintain blockchain technology and they can understand it, which is why we do what we do. If you are one of those people, or if you have a family member or a friend who works for UPS, for a bank, for a grocery store, for anything where AI is going to take your job, make sure they get in a position where over the next year or two, they're learning about blockchain technology, because the only jobs are really going to be people who know that system and can uphold it. So that is one of the little tidbits I want to throw out there. So definitely good to see there from UPS. Iron Blockchain, they've been around 110 years. So if they can do it, anybody can. So let's see. Let's take in some questions. Are they listed on NYSE trying to invest? I'll take a look because I'm not for sure, Cornelius, but I definitely take a look there. Let's see. What coin do you recommend for UPS? Not sure what you mean, but they won't be using a coin. They'll just be using the blockchain technology, which basically is a ledger of all of the shipments, where they're shipped to, what date and time, and it automatically gives it a timestamp and a location. So let's see. Cash to Tariq. Packages do not move faster if payments do not move faster. Yeah, you are correct. So going back to somebody said, what coin would they use for UPS? Packages don't move faster. However, it is cheaper. It won't move faster. The technology will actually make it cheaper for them to do it, more secure. Doesn't mean they'll get to one place to another quicker with payments, but hopefully they'll integrate a crypto at some point, and hopefully it works. So let's see. Jizzy Mac, people still going to have to maintain and fix all those. Yep, that is a whole market. Just like, people have AI technology now, but there are people who have to build it and maintain it over time, because you do have to have people that watch over it. And let's see. You have to move value at the speed and ease as data. I agree with you, Castor Tariq. Thank you for that. Let's get into some of these Facebook questions. Let's see. Sean T. Sorsby, I still go in and tell those people I'm saving their job. Yeah, I literally say that to people when I'm in line, or when I'm trying to, talk to a person at a bank, which I don't go too often. But when I do, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to help you out, because the less people come and talk to you as a human, the less they need you. I mean, people do everything online. They could do it, somewhere else, or use self-checkouts. That is taking your job. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. A few announcements we have, like we stated before. I will be in DC September 9th, September 10th through the 11th for Black Blockchain Summit. Me and King will be in Las Vegas for World CryptoCon in October 31st. Also, we have new shirts up on the site, shop.krbecrypto.com. Once again, shop.krbecrypto.com. And we definitely have some more shirts coming this month. So good to see you there. Let's see, take a few more questions. Dry Dessert, do you think that Lightning Network is a good thing? It seems to me like try to fix symptoms because the root problem can't be fixed. Well, this is what I'll say. In the scope of technology, the first layer of technology is always very, very simple. The 1 megabyte, the 1 megabyte limit, the ability to send payments. However, you have unconfirmed transactions, so you have wait times. All of that stuff are drawbacks. It's just like the internet. The internet, if you look at an old map of the internet in the early 70s, you'll see that the connections were all physical. And it was only a few people who had connections, because that's how technology grows. Lightning is built on top of Bitcoin to solve those problems, which, like we stated before, is supposed to be scalable. supposed to be faster and more secure. However, even on top of the Lightning Network, there are people building a technology that we talked about a few days ago called Bolts, where you have the scalability through Lightning Network and you have the ability to be secure. However, privacy is built on top of that. So all technology is stacks. That's why if you are into, in any sort of technology they call full stack developer, you have the OCI layer stack. You have different ways. It's actually stacked on top of each other because you have to build on top of what somebody built before. And that's how technology progresses. So I think Lightning Network is a good thing. It remains to be seen how the payment channels will work, because you can have a centralization problem with payment channels. However, if more people download Lightning network nodes and more people have payment channels, that's how you create decentralization. So definitely good to see there. Yep. Thank you, Dry Dessert. And appreciate you, Sean T. Sorsby there. Like I said before, beautiful Friday. Make sure you get out. Market's looking, it's right here in the range. Get out, get some air, hang out with your loved ones, drink some water, do some fun activities. And I hope you all have a great weekend. We'll see you all on Monday.